Hello, hello. Welcome to the show. Hello, hello. Welcome to the show. Hi. Happy Thursday. It is Susan Takeover Day. I can't believe it feels like I just did it last week, but it was last month. And so now we're going to do it again. Hope you guys are doing great. It is Thursday morning and we're going to make some office supplies today because I never met an office supply that I didn't like, ever. Hi, Annette, Carol, Chris, and Cynthia. Well, there's 4 people here. I guess that's good. Hope you guys are doing great. We did our sister sew yesterday, for those of us who saw it. And that wallet, I was so nervous to make it. We made the necessary clutch wallet. I was really nervous, but it was great. I just need to finish the magnet so I can close it up. Do you guys want to see it? I'm gonna show it to you. So this is what we did yesterday. And I just need to get a new moon lock. Because the one I had that I couldn't get the screw out. So bonk, bonk. It's really pretty. I don't use big wallets like this, but I'm sure someone does. So that was yesterday. So I'm always trying to think what I should do for the takeover day. And it works out great because Kasai and I tend to like different things. And so um, I'm doing office supplies. I found this pattern. It's an old one. It's not a new one or something, but it's a Sincerely Jen pattern. And it's called, thank you. It's called the Trapped in the Unit. And to me, it reminds me of an old school trapper keeper, which is what I think they're going for. There's an extra feature in this one because, we all have these trapper keepers with the Velcro, and you can do it with Velcro. I'm going to do it with magnetic snaps. But this flap here is also a pocket, which is kind of fun. Extra pockets are always good. So I asked my daughter, who's an 8th grader, if she would like one, and she's like, "Yeah, I want a trapper keeper." And so I told her to pick out some fabric, and I said, "You can have whatever, whatever crazy fabric you want." But she just chose plain. So we're just doing pink and like a raspberry and a lavender. And so it's going to be great. So we're using um, a little bit of canvas on the inside of that pocket. And then we're using some Safino raspberry. It was one of my tester ones from Tulip Bee. I don't know if she carries it or not, but I love it. And then same type of material, but lavender, the Safino vinyl. So that's what we're doing. And she chose rose gold. And she looked through my zippers and she wanted, can you see it in this other one? She wanted a little dinosaur. So she has a little dinosaur pull. And then I'm using some magnetic snaps from my favorite hardware supplier, Sizeway, and a partridge in a pear tree. So, thank you, Chrisanne. It was I felt like that was a little out of my depth, but I'm glad Kasai talked me through the wallet. This one is good old simple notebook cover as I throw things off my table. Basically, we're just going to be sewing on pockets. There's a zipper pocket, but it's a really simple zipper pocket. So if I grab the ruler that I just knocked off, we're ready to go. You guys have to tell me if this double view was annoying or good, because I can turn off that one right there and just have the sewing one. Okay, so step number 1 is we are going to take our zipper pocket and we are going to draw a box on it and cut a hole out. And we're gonna go beep boop boop beep beep boop boop. Sounds are always optional. Always. Two, three, quarter. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have used pin. That was really funny. I am cutting it off, but I should have used pin on the backside. All right. So we're gonna just cut a little box off. Susan, did you have a great time on the cruise? You know, I did, and I'm gonna tell you the one thing that was great. My luggage was there. I had clean clothes every day. I had pajamas. I had a swimsuit. I had flip-flops. So unlike my previous cruise experience, it was fantastic. Fantastic. All right, so this zipper pocket is really simple in that we're literally just gonna slip the zipper in and sew around it. There's no lining, there's no overlay, there's no flippy doodah. We're seriously just gonna cut a box out, put the zipper behind it, and we're done. So if that's not magical, I don't know what is. I have a song in my head from the radio this morning. The weather here has turned warm. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous warm, not stifling warm yet. So I'm excited for lake weather. We've got this just little man-made lake that's not far from here, and it's beautiful. It's just surrounded by red rock. It's really easy to get to, and we have just one little kayak, and it's fun to take it out there. So I'm hoping we have that in our future. Okay. I have my zipper pull on already. So I'm just gonna put a little tape on it so it's all comfy and cozy and doesn't slip. Oh, hi, Robin. It was nice meeting you too. Hi, Sandy. Denise from South Carolina. Um, oh yeah, thanks. Made by Misty. Yeah, some patterns are intimidating. Although there's a new one. It's the what's it called? I downloaded it and got it all ready to go. It's a duffel bag that is also like a garment bag. It unfolds and it's a garment bag. And even though it looks ridiculous, I really want to do it. It's probably way too complicated for me to do on a takeover. I might just do it in bits. Has anyone made that one? The blue scissors are not Kai. The blue scissors are Karen Buckley. Backley. Karen K. I got them when I did a quilt show with my mom. We were taking a class and she had required that we all have those scissors because we were cutting out tons of little fussy cutting stuff. Okay. Laura, you tested that one. Okay. Laura, tell me, is it doable or am I just thinking way too highly of myself that I can do it? That's what I need to know. Okay, I'm just putting the zipper in behind here. I'm just sticking it right in there. Hello from Martha's Vineyard. Ooh, I'm looking forward to her new release too. Kasai is a stinker. She already has it and she already made it. It's really cute. Okay. So I'm just going to trim this a little bit. I always cut my zippers a little generously just in case, you know? And that was probably fine. All right. I just didn't want it to be right up to the edge because I'm going to sew on the edge. So that's that. Okay. Now all I have to do for this piece, I'll just get all the junk out of the way. All I have to do now is sew around the box here right next to it, just to kind of get that zipper tape in there. Okay, here we go. And I think I will go ahead and pull through my thread. She chose this cotton candy variegated thread for it. I think it's gonna look really cute. I think it's the cotton candy one. I don't know. I'm calling it the wrong thing. Zoop. All right, now I'm just gonna keep my threads long so I can pull them through on the back. You just pull one and it pops up a little loop, and you take your fingers and you pull that out, and then you yank on the other one and it pops up another loop, and then you have 4 threads in the back. You just tie those threads together in a knot, and then there's no back stitching on the front. I'm sure 99.9% of you already know that, but just in case. Okay, let's see what you're saying. Totally doable, Laura says. It's straightforward construction, just big. Okay. You should break out and have your own channel called Sewing for Beginners, Mistakes Included. Isn't that kind of what I do? I know I should have my own. That'd be funny. There'd be like, I'd have like 50 followers. It would be amazing. All mistakes included. I had someone recently tell me that I need to stop practicing for my Susan Takeover days because the mistakes are the best part. And Kasai was right there when she said it, and she goes, it's still my channel. In other words, she was like, no, please practice. Yeah, I made it to a live and a takeover day. Hi, Guinevere. Yes, you did. Okay, so I've got this. All I've done is I've sewn around the edges. And we're just gonna be placing this on this lavender piece. You can do it however you want. This is gonna be a slip pocket. Now, I noticed, so we're gonna be sewing around 3 sides, oops, sorry, 3 sides of this one. So if you want one edge to have like a little top stitching, just do it. So I think I'm just gonna put a row of stitching across the top. I would have way more than 50 followers. No. How many are in here? 73. I'd have 73 followers. It would be amazing. We could call it Oops, I Did It Again. Oh, I crack myself up. That would be my theme song. Oops, I did it again. Burr, burr. I stitched it right there. Bump, bump. All right, my thread was being weird, so I'm just redoing it real quick. I could never do a live, you say. I drop it all and talk to myself. I will say that doing a live is very different than just sewing by yourself. Okay, so I'm just going to put a row of stitching across the top to make it look like it's fancy and finished, even though it's just a raw edge. If I was feeling really sassy, I would do a double stitch. Come on. All right. So now you're just going to be placing your pieces on, this is called the front cover accordion pocket, okay? So we're just going to do a couple measurements to make sure that it is up the right distance. Okay, so just going to lay this here, and then you just eyeball side to side. You just want to center it side to side, but do a certain measurement up, okay? So you're going to take that, and you're going to sew this pocket on all four sides. All four of them. Cross your fingers, hope for the best. Sing a song, make some noises. Whatever you got to do. My thread is pulling weird, so I'm actually going to rethread the whole thing. It keeps tugging at me. So rather than having it mess up my thing, I'm just going to rethread it real quick, okay? Hold, please. Hi, Yvette. A Susan Stitch. My seam ripper became my best friend, right? I used to be really disappointed if I had a seam rip, and now we just accept it. It just is. All right, I don't know why it keeps tugging at me. I'm not gonna lie, after making this one for her, I might make one for myself. So, all right. Here we go, around all four sides. And I'm gonna go ahead and pull through. I'm gonna keep checking to make sure this is not moving. Super simple zipper pocket. No lining required because it's got the vinyl backing, so it's all good. Right. Same thing, I'm gonna just pull it through to the other side. You know, for fanciness. Because what is a trapper keeper if not fancy, right? Hi, so Terry. Hey, Chastity, catching alive. We did 2 lives in a 2 days together. She's hoping to get some actual like pre-recorded videos done. Okay, next. We're going to take this. This is just going to be a good old slip pocket. And I went ahead and did a row of stitching at the top for funsies. But we're gonna just place it. You're just gonna rest it right on here. Make sure that the left edge is lined up. Okay, and we're gonna sew around 3 sides. We're gonna go zippity doo dah, and you're gonna leave the top open. Okay, actually I'm gonna start it this way. So dotty doo zip doo, whatever the opposite was. Hello from South Africa. I'm so pleased I am getting alive again. Masking tape, builder's tape would help. Yes, I could hold it. But what is the adventure in that? I mean, I could tape it. I could. This vinyl isn't really moving because it's got a soft backing. Otherwise, I probably would tape it. But you are correct. That would be really smart. But here I am anyways, right? I do normally tape and clip, but I'm living on the edge today. Living on the edge. And I went one stitch too far. Remember not to do the top. This is just a good old slip pocket. I have done the top of slip pockets before, which is why I say don't do that. One of my very first ones I did. It was a notebook actually, and I sewed that pocket right up. And I was like, that's ineffective. Okay, so we have a slip pocket here, slip. We have a zippity doodah pocket here. Whoop. Hi, Rose. And now we're going to put a little elastic thing for pencils. Now, I've always just guessed before. Well, actually, we're going to add one thing on before we do that. Let's make a few measurements. I want to get ahead of myself. So we're going to make some measurements because we're folding this. This whole thing is going to be an accordion pocket. That's right, Susan the Gambler. I'm just so crazy. All right, so we're going to make, and it can, on the back. So, oops, that didn't even write at all. How embarrassing. Let's try that again. Wow, the pen hates me. And we'll try one last time. Come on, pen. Don't get shy. Oh, there you go. My pen just got camera shy, I think. We're making a couple marks on both of the ends of this. And they're the same marks on both ends. Okay, we're just going to turn it this way now. We're going to make the same marks here. Doot, 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 doot. Wait. Doot. And now this. Okay. Move some stuff out of my way. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold. I think I'm going to use these ones. I'm going to fold over to my very first line that I did. And I'm going to make sure I'm doing that right. Yep. I'm going right sides together. Okay. And I'm going to fold it. And I'm going to clip it. What kind of pen is that? It's just a Saya Swag. It's just a ballpoint pen. Yeah, it's a Saya pen. I may or may not snag some every time I go to her house. I'm like, I don't have this one. I met my best friend because we liked each other's Trapper Keepers. Yes, I'm telling you, Trapper Keepers. It was the thing, right? I still remember mine. I just felt so cool with my Trapper Keeper. Bryce. Yes. Rose says hi. He says hi. He's just in the other room working away. He can hear us if we talk about him. Can't you, Bryce? Doesn't always pay attention, but he can hear. Kids today don't know what they're missing. I know. They don't know the joy of the sound of a Trapper Keeper opening with the Velcro. I almost did that, but because no one has them anymore, it might embarrass her to have a, you know what I mean? Okay, so now what you're going to do is we're just going to take and we're going to do an 1/8 inch stitch along this side here. So you're sewing right sides together at an 1/8 inch. Okay, there's one side done. And we're going to flip it and do it the same thing on this side. You weren't cool enough to have a trapper keeper? Well, Wendy, you need to make yourself a trapper keeper because you are cool now. I should have put a fun tag in the pocket. I wonder if there's anywhere else I can put a tag. I'll have to think about that. Dang it. Oh yeah, I could put one in the elastic. That would be fun. Okay, so you have this. You've got these parts that are just sewed right side together. You have no idea what a trapper keeper is or was. My mom and aunts always talk about them. They were only the coolest office supply ever as a kid. It was like cardboard with plastic on it, and it held your with Velcro, and it held your notebook. And if you had a trapper keeper, you were it. It. Okay. So now what you're gonna do is you're going to fold this. We're gonna go back to the back. Okay, and I'm gonna take this end. See, can you see in this camera here? Wee. You're going to take your sewn edge and you're gonna line it up with your second line that you drew right there. Okay, and I'm going to use a couple clips on this just to kind of get it down. So fold it to where it's up. Okay, can you see that? I had just folded it and I matched that line. And so now the front looks like this. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Hi, Cindy. My dad was in the Navy and all of our school supplies came from the government. Oh. And you never had a birthday party, Wendy. I remember this. We need to make up for some lost time. Hi, Jaded. Emporium Threads has a crapper keeper tag. That's awesome. um, don't let me do the elastic without pulling my tags out. I'll do a little cute one because this is for my daughter. And she's cute. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, mm, mm, mm. We're gonna do a stitch. I'll have to take the clips off. I'm basically gonna be stitching this fold together. We're top stitching at the fold. This raw end is gonna stay raw. Okay, but we're gonna top stitch this folded part. And I think it's probably best to do it from underneath, and I can just lift this part away. Hopefully you can see what I'm talking about. Just lift the raw edge away, and we're gonna just do a top stitch along the fold at an 1/8 inch. We're just making a little accordion because when we put this on, it's gonna end up being another pocket. Pockets, pockets everywhere. Okay. So you should have a stitched edge here and then this little flap hanging here. And we're gonna do the same thing over here. And it did go nice to go from underneath. My friends had a wolf on the front and I had a baby leopard. I can remember that from 50 years ago, but I can't remember a password I created last week. Oh, preach it. I think that's where we all are right now. Mine just had like these colorful geometric shapes on them. And I loved it. All right. Okay, so making sure I have it all. Now let's get a little tag for little Miss Thing. Sorry I didn't choose this before, but I just thought of it. What would she like? You know what? We'll do a little emoji. Just a little smile face for her. Or I could put drink more water. She was like, Mom, I have a headache. I said, drink more water. That's kind of funny. But she's using it at school, so I don't want to embarrass her. So I'm just going to do a little smiley face. All right. Here we go. So this is really cool the way she does this. I've put elastic in things before for the purpose of um, pencils, but I just always guess. But it's an actual measurement, which I thought was really fancy. Okay. Susan, I love your setup behind you. Jasmine, I just changed things. You guys want to see? I made myself a cutting table. Look, I actually have a cutting table. It's just a board I went and got cut, and I got some legs, and I put it over a thing. And then I got one more. Wait, where'd it go? Oh, one more cabinet to put all the rolls of vinyl in. And then I moved my daughter's computer to the other side of the basement, and I moved my machine over here. And it was quite a project, actually. But it's a lot better. Okay, so now we're doing measurements. Jasmine, that reminds me, Kasai and I had to talk about you yesterday. Did she get back to you? We have a solution for you. All right, so you make a mark. Okay, so you make a mark away from this pocket first. And that's where you're gonna sew the first part of the elastic. Now, it says use elastic, and I think they probably mean that really thick, fancy elastic, but all I have is fold over elastic. So the edge is, not finished. So I'm just gonna fold this edge under to sew it. Okay. And then because I didn't do a tag before, I'm gonna go put the tag on there too. So I am gonna put a little tape for this step. Your vinyl cubicle, it's IKEA, yeah. It's IKEA. It's just one of those 9, it has 9 boxes in it, but I got inserts for it. So the shelf inserts, I put what I've cut and my patterns ready to go. And then those ones have like double deckers. So I put the vinyl in there, and then I put drawers on the bottom. And then in this one here, it's 9 more cubicles on that side. They're just the cloth drawers that come out. And that's where I keep all my lining fabrics now, because it was in various drawers all over the house. I kind of am taking over the whole house, much to my family's dismay. Okay. So we're just going to tape this little guy in there. Jasmine, I think we have it figured out. So I'll try to remember to message you after this, okay? We found a solution. That doesn't require you to be on a wait list. Okay. Sorry, this is taking a minute because I'm just trying to get this in here. So I'm going to put this at the mark. Right? Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Maybe I'll put it in here first. There, okay. So you're going to sew this down first, and then you're just going to do measurements, and it's going to tell you where to sew next. It's so methodical. I love me some methodical, measured out stuff. I'm going to go ahead and go down and up just for a little strength. Okay. So there's my little tag. That works, huh? Okay. Now you're going to do a certain measurement on, let me make sure I'm doing this right. Okay. This is really cool. You're going to measure the elastic itself and do a mark. And then you're going to do another measurement from underneath. And the underneath measurement is where you're going to sew. All right. So you're just going to scoot this elastic until your mark on your elastic matches the mark on your vinyl. And that's where you're going to sew. So it shows you exactly how much give the elastic needs. Wow, I've got so much stuff in my way. Just a minute. What a mess. What a mess. I tell ya. Okay. I'm going to do a few on these because hopefully it gets used a lot. And I want it to stand up to it. Okay. Now you just repeat that process. You do a mark on the elastic and a mark on the vinyl. Mark on the elastic, lift it up, mark the vinyl, and then put it under here, scoot up the mark on your elastic until it matches your vinyl mark, and just sew straight down there. And it gives you just enough give to get a pencil in there and to hold it. Isn't that fancy? I think it's fancy. I am easily impressed, but I do think it's fancy. Okay. And again, for all her cute little pencils. Hi, Annette Harris. Roxanne, you made it. And we're just repeating this process until we have 4 openings for pencils or pens or whatever. You just do it 4 times. Once again, it doesn't necessarily go up and down, but kids tend to be rougher on things. So I'm just going to make sure it stands up to it. All right. One last one, and then we just close up the end, okay? Mark the elastic, boom. Lift it up, mark the vinyl, boom. Wait, did I do that mark right? Yeah. Then scoot and sew. Scoot and sew. Scoot, scoot, and sew. Oh, I could have finished it at that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the end. Yeah, I'm going to cut the end. All right, now I'm going to tuck it under. First, I'm going to, let me see, light it just a little bit to make sure it doesn't fray. Hi, Mimsy. If you're just joining, we are making the, what's it called? Trapped in the unit. It's like a trapper keeper. Okay, so I have just right now, I have 4 holes for pencils, and I have this raw end because I lost count and I didn't fold it under on this last one, so it's okay. I just cut it. I'm going to fold it under and just do one more stitch. Because who doesn't like a double stitch? What I want to know. All right. So here we have our accordion pocket. And the accordion pocket has a slip pocket here, a zipper pocket here, and spaces for pencils. And then it's got this little accordion thing because we're going to attach it to the inside cover. And we are going to supposedly line it up. And I can tell it doesn't line up perfectly because I did something funky, but that's okay. It's fine. You're just going to center it on here from side to side. And you're going to sew the raw end of this part to the bottom of this. And I'm just going to kind of push it and finagle it so it fits because it's supposed to pop up anyways. Here we go. Okay, and when you do this one, this is an accordion pocket from this side here. So I also need to sew up this side, okay? But I'm going to leave the inside long edge open. Okay, I'm just trying to get this to where it's lined up here. There it is. Wait. Oh. One of my seam allowances must have been a little off, so I'm just trying to account for it. Well, the question is, do you just do an extra pucker? I think when I folded it under, I didn't quite fold it under enough. So it needs to go just a little more, which means we're going to have a love pucker in this thing. I feel good about that. Yeah. Okay, and now I'm going to go across the top. Love pucker. Okay. So now we have an accordion pocket. Doot, doot, doot. How about that? That's pretty cute. All right, so we're going to put that aside. Is this raw edge or can you use cotton for the exterior? This pattern is for raw edge, but I'm sure you could get creative. Seems like there's always a way around it. All right, so the next thing you're going to do is you're going to grab your back cover interior. And a zipper. I already put tabs on either end of the zipper just to save time. And 2 interior whatevers you want. This just canvas. And looks like I'm missing a washer. I'll have to go washer shopping in a minute. And some magnetic snaps. You could use Velcro if you want. But for the sake of not embarrassing my child, I am using magnetic snaps. Okay. So the first thing you do is you're going to be installing some magnetic snaps. And I've already made the markings for this. Okay. So we're just going to go ahead and install these babies. We're going to do the female. What do you think about that? Let me think about what part I want. Do I want the female or the male on this one? I'm pretty sure I want the, yeah, female. All right. So let's go ahead and put these guys in. I already marked it and sliced it. And I'm going to put just a little extra Decaville. It already has Decaville heavy, so you don't have to. But once again, I am planning on a kid using this one. And it's not like she's a small kid, but she's still rough on things. Okay. Put a little tape over it. Smack it. And let's do one more. Take my plastic. Maybe I didn't slice it very good, huh? Oh, I was aiming for the wrong spot. Maybe my slits are a little bit too close together. There we go. Extra Decaville. And a washer. Oh, thank you. My daughter actually chose this. This is for her. She said she wanted pink. And I said, you need one more color. She said, purple. I said, you got it. Which surprised me. She doesn't usually gear towards pink. Okay, so once you have this, you're going to take it right side up with your female magnetic snap or your Velcro, if you choose to Velcro, okay, on your right side. And then you're going to grab your zipper. And with your zipper going up, you're going to attach your zipper right side down. And I already have tape on it. I am going to tape it. So zipper going up, and you are going to center it and tape it or clip it or just, will it to stay. Use your special powers. Okay, and now we're going to get another piece of tape and we're going to put it on top of it. We are making a little pocket for the flap. Love Pucker should be a sticker, I agree. I love that. It's been a while since I've called. Oh, since you've seen a sister take over. You remember the Altoids 10, huh? I was so proud of my Altoids 10 full of 10 clips. And I honestly did not understand why she was disgusted with me. I get it now. I was like, what? What do you possibly need more than 10 clips for? Oops. Fabric just got off my. Okay, so I am putting this canvas right side down on this zipper. So my zipper's right side down, my canvas is right side down, and my panel is right side up. Okay. My thread keeps being really tough today. I wonder if something's happened to my tension. All right, we're gonna go ahead and sew this stuff together. And just with your fingers, feel where your zipper is. And before you get there, just kind of move it out of the way. Because it is a pretty tight fit. Canvas slipped a little bit, but I think it'll be okay. All right, we're gonna pull it up and top stitch. I'm just gonna grab my other material that fell. Boop. You've been wanting to make this? Well, today's the day. Make it. All right, so we're gonna flip this up. We're gonna pull the zipper up away and we're gonna pull the canvas back behind it like this. So you've got wrong sides together here and your zipper is coming out here. Okay, so your seam allowance is away from the zipper and then you're gonna top stitch right along the edge. If you wanna do a double top stitch, do it. And just kind of keep checking with your fingers to make sure everything's where you want it to be as you do this step. The variegated thread is actually really cool on this. Variegated thread on plain fabric, I think, is everything. It's incredible. I think for kid stuff. Is it fun? Okay. All right, so there we have it. All right. So now this is the part where I always have to think. It says, do the same thing on the other side. And I always think, what? All right, so first we need more tape. Okay, so we're taking our exterior main now. Sure, I can show it to you in a minute, Mimsy. And sorry, this is me thinking really hard, okay? And I'm gonna go exterior to exterior on the zipper. Yes. I have a hard time when they say just repeat on the other side. I'm like, okay. Yeah. Exterior to exterior. So now we are attaching this inside panel to the main panel. And there's one side that has this Decaville heavy. That's going to go right here with the flap because the flap needs to be super strong. Okay. I'm going to flip it over, I think. Flippity doodah. I just see better if it's this way. Okay, so now I'm going to center this. And I'm putting the right side of the zipper to the right side of the exterior main panel, which is a panel that we hadn't worked with yet. It's new. It's the main exterior of this whole thing. Okay. Then I'm going to put some more tape on it, and we're going to do our other part of the vinyl pocket, or the canvas pocket. Sorry, I'm just fixing my zipper. It got a little wonky. Okay. All right. And I'm going to take this tape off, hopefully. Don't you love it when tape won't come off? And I'm going to take my other canvas pocket, and I'm going right side to right side on the existing pocket. I'm going to tape that down, and I'm going to sew along just like I did the first side. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Once again, I just kind of want to feel where this zipper is. Get it out of the way. Make sure all my layers are still there. Okay, and now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to flip the zipper up. It's under all these layers. And with my pocket open, I'm going to top stitch. Okay. Bada bing. Bada boom. Okay. So next we are going to put your main panel right side down. Oh, actually I need to close this up real quick. We're going to close up this pocket. Get as close as you can. I'm trying to think if it's easier to come to it or away from it. Okay, so close it up like this. As close as I can. Then I'll kind of come off like this. Goes off the bottom. Why am I jealous of my daughter's Trapper Keeper right now? Issues. You want to hear a confession? I went to Walmart to get a Trapper Keeper so I could see Trapper Keeper and paper so we could fill it up in a minute. So I was in the office supply area. So I thought, well, we need pencils to put in it. And I thought, well, maybe I need new pencils. And I thought she needs a pen. And I thought, well, maybe I need new pens. And it just kept going. I regret nothing. Hi, BB-8. You asked for time on comments yesterday? What do you mean? Tell me now. Okay. I know, Annette, it was not good. I thought, Susan, what are you doing? But I got some pens. I got some new dry erase markers. I almost bought new calendars, but I don't. I don't know. I thought, oh, and I bought tape. And I looked at every office supply there and I asked myself, do I need this? Whatever. Okay. Now we're going to do this next step. So we're going to go, oh, thank you, Beth. We're going to go main panel right side down. Your pocket is finished and right here. And then this inside cover is going to go right side up. Okay, so here's what we have. So if we fold this up, eventually it's going to look like this. Okay, so we're getting there. So now you're going to do some measurements and we're going to do some lines of stitching that are going to go like this. All right. So I'm only going to actually worry about measuring the first line and then I'm going to kind of eyeball it after that. Because once again, I'm living on the edge today. All right, I just want to make sure this first line is straight and not wonky. Okay, there it is. My hubby loves office supplies so much. You've given him gift cards to office stores? Oh. Whew. Katie, do you love office supplies? You guys, for real, when I went to grad school a few years ago and I got to go shopping for school supplies again, I don't know when I have felt so much joy. So the thing about this is you want to kind of, it is a raw edge project. And she says in the pattern that you could certainly edge paint this if you want. I am not edge painting an entire Trapper Keeper. You have got to be kidding me. So we're just going to make it as lined up as possible. And frankly, if it's really off, we'll just trim it. It'll be fine. It's fine. I do need to make one for me, Sherry. I have so many office supplies. If I am sad, I go buy pens and notebooks. They're everything, right? Okay, so here we go. We're gonna do some beautiful stitching. The first one is measured from the zipper, and every line after that is just measured from the previous line. You could stitch from the other side if you want. But the back looks actually great, so. All right. Now we're eyeballing it, people. I'm going slow since I'm just eyeballing it. See how we're doing so far. So far, so good. We have 2 stitches. We're going to do our 2 lines. We're doing a total of 4. Ooh, it's looking like a trapper keeper. Okay, one more line. Okay. Let me just trim and burn some threads real quick. I'm really glad she chose the variegated thread. It's really cute. All right, so one side looks like that. I don't know if you can really see it. See the colors. And then like that. Okay. So I need to grab another washer because one of them ran away. Just a minute. We're going to put other magnetic snaps in and hope that they line up. So we're going to turn this around. All right. We're going right side up. And I'm going to make some measurements and some marks. Let's see. I need a different ruler. Making sure that's right. Hope so. Let me just make sure. Huh? Hope so. All right, we're just making our marks for our slits. We're going to put the male portion of the magnetic snaps in, and we're just going to hold our breath and hope it snaps together. Always makes me a little crazy to try to do it. Ellie, I'm loving that. Oh, thank you, Ellie. Me too, because it's an office. Ellie knows I love binder. Did you guys see what Ellie made me? We're in Oregon. We met Ellie. I keep it right. It's my sewing notebook. It's the moon dance. What do you guys think? Isn't that amazing? Oh, I love it, Ellie. It's a treasure. I keep it right by that and my hair embarrassing cup that I drink out of all the time. She's the one who had me a how embarrassing cup made. All right. Put some washers on it. I hope that it fits when I close the notebook. If it doesn't fit, then I'll be sad. I hope that it fits and that I measure right, or I will be sad tonight. Where did you get that music vinyl? Ellie, where did you get that music vinyl? I don't know. Oh, hey, Barb. Barb, did you have a video this morning? I think you did. I bet it was amazing. My husband made the cup after I designed it. Yeah. Your hubby's awesome. Okay. You should have that and that. And we have one more thing to do before we put the layers together. And that is, remember our good old accordion pocket that we made? We need to attach this to the inside cover, okay? So I'm just going to lay it on here. I'm probably just going to clip it down. And then we're going to sew around three sides of it. We're leaving the inside part open. Oh, you know what? We need to sew around this side too. I forgot to sew this side too. So we're going to just be attaching some sides now. We'll do it all at once. It will be so fun. Who's fancy? Oh, yeah, I'm so fancy, Barb. I'm using my computer and my phone. If I can figure out how to get the Mevo camera to do StreamYard, which Barb and I are going to figure out, I'd be using that too. I'm so fancy. Oops. Looks like I missed. What do you mean you missed? I missed stitching something and it's going to be worth it. I'm just going to fix the accordion pocket real quick so when it goes together, it's not weirdo. I'll show you what I did here. I think I was off on one of my seam allowances when I was doing a step up here. And so this piece curves. And so when I sewed it together, I actually missed it. See how it's not together? And it all needs to be the same. So what would a takeover be without this little friend? Come on, friend. If it wasn't a big deal, I wouldn't fix it. But I feel like it's a big deal for the ending to be all connected and straight. So we're just going to fix this one step. You need to make one? You should make one. Everyone should make one. We could be the Trapper Keeper Brigade. We meet at conventions, holding our Trapper Keepers with our bag strapped around us. And instead of exchanging, like, I don't know, whatever, we could exchange pens and pencils, and paper clips, and post-it notes. Eeks. Okay. Hi, Teresa. Barb wanted help with her cameras the other day, and I called her, and she goes, "Oh, I'm in the pool." I'm all, "Oh, Barb, are you in the pool right now?" I said, "Rough life there, girl. Florida life, right? You guys probably have to be in the pool just to cool off." That's how it gets here in the summer. We spend a lot of time in the water. Okay, I am going to try attaching this again, because that did not go so well. I think it's time for Mr. Tape. Too many errands today? Come on, you can hop in the pool. Do it. I probably should have taped it to begin with because it's off a little bit. I was having to push and pull it. I suspect something went a little curvy with my seam allowance when I folded the accordion part in. It's all good. My daughter's a school teacher and she loves all this stuff. Yep. We school teachers, I swear we get into the business so we can have an excuse to buy office supplies. All right. Let's see if I can kind of make it fit, even though it doesn't fit. We're just gently persuading. That's what we're doing. Yeah, that works. I'm gonna definitely get tape or be sewing in tape. So I'm gonna have that handy. Yvette, this is a sincerely Jen pattern. So you can go on Sincerely Jen. I just bought it from her website. I just clicked purchase and it magically showed up in my inbox. Okay. Now let's try this again. Okay, now it should fit. Let's clip this. Yes, you could hold tools in there instead of pens and pencils for sure. And you could hold your patterns in here. Why not? Basically, you do whatever you want. You're a Trapper Keeper. I used to love jewelry stores, but now I love office supplies more. I'm with you guys. If ever there's like a group office supply shopping spree, I'm in. You guys call me up. I will be there. It's not that I need pens and pencils, but my heart needs them, you know? Like really good ones. Oh, that's much better. That was worth it. Now the top part is totally matching up. All right, here we go. We're gonna just sew around 1, 2, 3 sides, leaving this inside empty so you can slide the trapper keeper in. Are we ready? Ready or not? And I'm gonna double stitch along the edge where the trapper keeper gets slid in and out. Once again, keeping in mind that this is for a kid to use. And so a little extra stitching doesn't hurt. It is sensory overload for you, not me. I love it. I just take it all in. Okay. See how we're doing. All right, looking good. Okay. We only have one more stitch to do. This is it, guys. One more stitch. Okay, we are going to now be sewing this top and bottom of the other side, keeping the inside completely open. Ooh, it's almost time to get the trapper keeper put together. Home stretch, and that says it is. It's a home stretch. So you're gonna have to start from all the way up here to close in this top part too. Okay, here we go. Very exciting. 2 more lines of stitching, this one and one more. And then we are going to put a 3-ring binder in it and some pens and pencils and basically live our dream. If I ever wrote a pattern, it would be for office supplies and it would have double stitching. Yep. Yep. Oh, thank you, Barb. It's I can't really take credit for it. I mean, usually Kasaya just tells me what to do. All right. Boom. Boom. Now I'm just trimming my threads here. So, it's a little bit wonky at the top. And I'll show you on the camera in just a minute what I mean and how you could fix it if you want to. I suspect my child won't even notice it. But, okay, I'm going to come from this side on this one. Stitching up our last side. This is it. This is it. Hey. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay. I'm just going to burn that whole thread mess and just say, stay. Those are already burned. Making sure everything is sealed up. So she can just have at it. All right. So here it is, my friends. The inside accordion pocket, the back one, this goes this way. And this, if we did it right, goes bada bing, bada boom. Should we put it in there? So what I was showing you, what I was saying is, do you see how it's white right here? Like you could cut that white part off. And it's only on that one part there. I might actually, if I cut it, my stitching's right next to it. So I would need to do another row of stitching. So I'll think about it. I might just leave it, but if it was for me, I would cut it. And on this side too, there's just a little bit of white showing, but you could just easily trim that off. Okay. So, any excuse to buy office supplies. I love it. Orders for your whole band and orchestra. Don't think I haven't thought about it. Because I have. I don't know why I'm taking stickers off. It's going to go inside this anyways. Because it's satisfying, that's why. Because I'm pretending like I'm doing this for my child, but the truth is, any excuse to buy and play with office supplies makes me happy. Don't cut it. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to. She won't care at all. I suppose I could have taped those edges. I'm thinking for my next one. I could have taped all those edges rather than just clipping them, and it wouldn't have shifted a little bit. I mean, I can't do a trapper keeper if I don't fill paper for her, right? She needs paper in there. All right. I actually haven't tried one to see if it fits. So if it doesn't fit, it's gonna be very embarrassing. All right. Said a 1-inch binder would fit. Let me change all the angles here. I don't know how to do it. Can you guys see me okay? If I go this way. All right, so we're gonna slide. This thing's in my way. Just a minute. Ah, there we go. Now it's dark. Perfect. So we are going to slide in one side here. Mm-hmm. Let's hug it and get it in there really good. Oh, haha, that's funny. Maybe I shouldn't do it all the way yet. Maybe I should go like a little bit of both. You know what I mean? Yes. In a little both and then put them both in. Oh, I think it's gonna work. Oh my gosh. It worked. Wait just a second. Okay, now you have to see. We're gonna fill it with some other stuff here. So let's see if our pens and pencils. I bought her some click pencils because she draws incessantly and always has pencils. Mm-hmm. You guys, they fit perfect. This is so satisfying. Oh, Kathleen, you're watching from Ireland. How's your trip? Oh my gosh. I did get her one pen with different colors. That fits there. Okay. She can put whatever she wants in this pocket. And then I meant to buy little mints for this pocket, but look this pocket right here. She can put whatever she wants in there too. Well, my friends, there it is. It is the trapped in the Unit by Sincerely Jen, and it honestly is awesome. I'm just so happy right now. I'm sorry. Okay, focus. So there it is. I hope you guys liked it. That was really fun. It turned out really cute. I honestly think she's going to love it. One of my magnetic snaps didn't get put on quite tight enough. I can see it. But everything fits. It snaps really easy. This is a 1-inch binder that I put in it. The vinyl I got today is from Tulip Bee. It's the Safino vinyl, both outside and inside. That's all Tulip Bee Safino. And then the canvas is a water resistant canvas from Wonderground. All the hardware was from SciSwag. Although this dinosaur zipper pull is from somewhere else, and maybe someone else would know. Someone gave it to me, and it's from somewhere else. So, anyways, yeah, who doesn't love a Trapper Keeper? I hope you guys enjoyed it. Oh, the cutting station. You want to see that real quick? I could do that. Just a minute. Hold, please. Oops. Okay. So, for those asking, here's what I did. I had this cabinet and I just put all my linings in it. There's all my Tulip Bee Smoothie Smooth, Smoothie Smooth, Smoothie Smooth. I might have a problem, right? Canvas, etc. And then I just got this cut. I went to Home Depot and they just cut this for me. It's not even bolted down yet. I'm in the middle of making some senior gifts for some girls at my church who are graduating. I worked with the youth group for 3 years, so they were my little darlings, and they're graduating. So this is one of the girls requested a duffel bag. So I'm in the middle of making that. That's what that is. But anyways, I just got legs and I just put a screw in them, zoop, and I put a little brace on the bottom. And I just have my heat press interfacing scraps and a basket of interfacing there. And then this was my practice trapper keeper that I didn't put a notebook in yet. And then this is a cabinet I got from IKEA. And these shelves right here, um, everything is an insert. And so I just bought all these inserts for it. And it fit right beneath the thread rack that was already hung up that my daughter made for me. She made that for me. This I've always had. It's just a shelf that we had in the house that no one was using. And I just put all my hardwares in it. And then my folded elastic here. I put zippers in baskets. There's 6 baskets for different finishes. This basket has 2 different finishes in it, but so I just have a basket for each finish there. And then my webbing, I just put in little buckets down there. Yeah, and then I have my Mr. Jingles, my Juki TL that I pull up on top when I'm doing quilting stuff. Of course, I got the calendar hanging up, and that's it. I don't know if that's interesting or boring, but there it is. All right, let me take this one. Can you hear me? Sorry. This sounds weird. Oh my gosh. This sounds weird now. There we go. Wow, that was a mess. Anyways, hope you guys like that. I hope you like the Trapper Keeper, and thanks for hanging out with me today. So, see you guys.